toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Wolverines will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Razorbacks offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way into that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run. The OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his man, it's Barker. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers, it freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Throws to the tight end, and that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. The Razorbacks will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. So Michigan's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you can see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. He leaves it with the back. Gets it past the marker. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get 1st downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
Well, they pick up the 1st against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it.
Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll take it himself. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Wilson to pass. Fires to the big fella. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They'll try to sneak it.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
The give to the left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes goes at the 18.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
And the Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage and reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the coverage team will get to it, and they'll down it just inside the 30. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Touch pass on the line. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wilson will throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moses. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Dumps it off in the flats. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Arkansas! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play. That forced the incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Collier. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to throw again. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Paul, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
The Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run it. There he goes. Running through contact. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generated a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Just drives it between the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So here comes the Michigan offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. They'll move the tight end. They'll start this drive going to the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing it away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little.
Touchdown, Razorbacks! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin. In the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by a field goal over UTSA. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Finds a little space. He has the first and still on his feet. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Might be changing the route. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Fires to the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And they get him down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense thinking run all the way, and you can tell they sell out. They stuff the run. Now it's 3rd and short. Will they run again? Or are you going to force them to pass the football?
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs.
Breaks into the open. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out from the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Wilson to pass. They're working that left side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Makes the catch. It's Whitted. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill.
Snags it up the 30 and still running. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And the Razorbacks are on the move. He'll do it himself. Powers through the defender. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wilson will throw. He's got him. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give...
Touchdown, Arkansas! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They're giving him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. That's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. That's his 4th first-down run, and we're still in the first half, and Michigan has a great legacy of tough running backs who churned out first downs, whether it's Tyrone Wheatley or Mike Hart or Tim Biakabatuka.
And those guys obviously were great backs, but it's a great mindset. It's a team that's going to establish exactly who they are. Midwest, tough, big physical. Whoever's playing running back usually has success, and that hasn't changed today.
They'll immediately call timeout. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking downfield very late in the half. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll send out the kicker here. This whole place is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. That is no good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get... passing situations, but do not let them run. That's 1-on-1. Stop the run first.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville.
The Razorbacks will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So much for the idea of halftime settling down this crowd. They are ready to roll in the second half. They'll start the third quarter with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Fires left, and he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Wilson to pass. Takes the easy completion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back up now, here's second and long. Off play action. With the catch, it's Moses. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. On the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Move the sticks. First down from the 17.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is good.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Razorbacks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get it back, and he's going to let it go. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Picked off for the third time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction,